All right, so this is just to show some of the transducer stuff I've been working on. So there's two transducers. There's one down here. This is a 58 millimeter transducer in this 3D printed housing that's just holding it physically up against a drum, just kind of firmly held. Hopefully I'll figure out something better than this. And then there's a second one, which is this tiny 9 millimeter one, which is in a 3D printed grip. This is just a temporary one that kind of matches my microphone one. So those are the two transducers. The thinking being that the big one will mechanically couple to the snare, letting me just kind of overall improve the feedback response. And then this one will let me do localized stuff. So just to kind of show that in context. So first of all, like with the normal snare stuff, I have these kind of sounds, but then I also have pitched. So you can kind of get different pitches, but it's a little finicky. So the first thing is if I use this transducer, if I just turn it on, so this is on full tilt. So you can hear it's a lot more responsive with the feedback. But I wanted to have something that moved with it dynamically. So I have another mode where basically I have some of the Flacoma tools doing descriptor analysis. So I'm measuring for spectral flatness, and depending on the volume of that, or the level of that, I duck the volume going to the transducer. So when I do kind of scratchy type sounds, the volume going to the transducer goes down, and when it's more pure tonal material, the volume comes back up. So that's kind of like this. So that works really well, but both modes are very useful, but the other mode I find to be very useful if I'm doing things where I'm moving around and I have scratchy sounds in the middle of tonal stuff. So for that one I use the full tilt mode, which... So that's the large one. Then the small transducer, which is this one here. So because it's a tiny transducer, the frequency range is pretty limited. But with this one, what I can do is get really immediate and really striking feedback by touching the head with the microphone active. So that gives me something like this. So this is just this microphone. And the pitch I get, I think, has to do with the sort of resonant nodes on the drum, as well as the placement of the microphone. So the combination of these two things gives me that sort of frequency response. And I can use both at the same time. All that really does is just gives the pitches from this thing a bit more from that thing. And if I do the same thing without either of them on, I'm lucky if I get a pitch at all. So yeah, that's some of the transducer stuff I've been working on. I just want to give a little bit of a demo of where the things are at the moment. It's likely to change a bunch as I develop the ideas and get kind of better at it. So yeah, that's the transducers.